Well, hey there, pharmacy owners. Dr. Lisa Foss here, and I'm excited to be talking to you about change management and implementing changes in your pharmacy. So, one of the things that I love to do is to talk about strategies and tactics and new revenue streams and all the ways that you can change your pharmacy. And that's great, but you rubber has to meet the road at some point and you have to implement that change, right? And that's where I've heard from most of you where most of you struggle. You have the ideas, you have the concept, but you're not exactly sure how to implement and actually force the change inside your business. Now, I will say you are absolutely not alone. There is entire genres of books and therapy and all kinds of things to help human beings manage change. Now, it's hard for human beings to change. Therefore, it's hard for organizations and businesses to change because you're all made up of a bunch of humans, right? There's lots of really great books out there that I've kind of learned from, like Who Moved My Cheese is probably one of the best, like in terms of like change management. But there's a lot of things that I've learned over the years in helping manage the change. And so the question that I got today that I'm going to answer for you guys is, what is the difference between a project plan and a controlling calendar? So what we do inside Pharmacy Badass University for our members is we help create a lot of tools and resources and trainings that help that implementation part. Certainly we are a source of a lot of ideas, but an idea, you can't pay bills with ideas, right? You have to actually implement the idea in order to create profit and change in your pharmacy. And so that's where what really is inside the membership is that change management and those tools and resources. And one of the most two popular tools are project plans and controlling calendars. So what's the difference from these? Do you use them both? Do you only use one? Let's dive into it. A project plan is what I see as the creation guidance, the creation document for implementing a thing, right? So let's pretend it's going to be a referral program. Your project plan is going to manage that creation of the program. There are a lot of decisions that need to be made, a lot of boxes to check, but those are only going to be done one time only. You only create it once. Yes, there's going to be eventually some things that are ongoing because you want it to be implemented and you want to maintain it and you want it to be successful. But there's things that have to be done when you're creating something from scratch. Even if you're using a template, for example, like the referral program, we have a template that we recommend to pharmacies. However, you might want to change it up a little bit for your pharmacy. So you need to go through each of those things. How much is your referral reward going to be done? How are you going to track it with the systems, that you have? Because your systems might be different than my systems. How are you going to promote it? All those kinds of things. And so those decisions are made just once. They're critical. You can't go implementing the program without doing it, but it's a one-time thing. And so those are the types of things that are guided by the project plan. It's a one-time kind of creation, get the train out of the train station kind of thing. And so that's done whenever you're creating something new and you need people, human beings, groups of people, you, the owner, to come through and make those choices and really craft the program. A controlling calendar, on the other hand, is something that is recurring. Every employee in my pharmacy has one. So whether it's a new program and they're going to be doing tasks on the project plan, or it's just their normal, critical, everyday operational stuff that needs to be done, a controlling calendar is managing kind of the work to-do list of each individual position in your pharmacy. So if you are implementing a referral program, that should show up once it's ready to be actually brought forth to your patients through your employees. At some point, some of those tasks should probably show up on your controlling calendar. It might show up as a cashier, as a task to say, remind each person we have a referral program, or your delivery driver to attach a referral bag stuffer to all of their deliveries. Those are the things that are going to be recurring, though. They're not decisions. They're actually like doing tasks. And you want to track to make sure that those tasks are being done, because if those tasks are done, then we have successful implementation and the outcome that we're looking for, which is this case, more referrals, more patients coming to your pharmacy, and therefore you becoming bigger and having more impact in your community. So they work together, but the project plan I see as like short-term, maybe a month or two, depending on the program. It's keeping everybody on track. It's making sure you launch how you want to launch and that you don't miss any critical steps. Once the program is created, the project plan will go away, and the controlling calendar will then control the behavior of your employees. Now, for the controlling calendar, I do highly recommend that you do it by position, not by the person. Those of you obviously with small pharmacy teams often know that one person will fulfill 2, 3, or 4 different roles, right? You might have a technician that does the input for new prescriptions, they do the inventory management, and they also do part-time deliveries on Thursdays. And so those are 3 distinct different roles that all have different requirements for their roles, even though it's only one person. I highly recommend don't combine controlling calendars. Don't make a unique controlling calendar for Tammy and her 4 roles that she does, because as you grow and scale, maybe hire somebody new, maybe Tammy wins the lottery and retires to Bali, you need to maybe replace her. It is so much easier to do that if you already have your system set up by position, not by the individual human that is standing in front of you. So it's very common on smaller teams to employees to have more than one controlling calendar. As you get bigger, you tend to have more specialized roles where a human being is really only filling one particular role in your pharmacy. So hopefully that helps. If you need help implementing programs, we do have templates, public templates available to anybody. Obviously, if you're a member of Pharmacy Badass University, we'll work one-on-one with you for Essentials and Unlimited members to create your unique project plan, controlling calendar, all the rest of the implementation tools that you need in order to get stuff done, right? Because if you don't change, your pharmacy doesn't change. And so we have to get better at changing ourselves. Don't forget, you're a human being too, and changing our employees. And that change of human behavior is what will actually change your bottom line. So if you have any questions about either of those, post them down in the comments and I'm happy to answer.